Hello, and welcome back. So, today we're gonna play some more Techno Babylon. So far, a pretty interesting game. Where we play as multiple characters. Though we haven't seen much of the first character because we started out locked in our apartment, figured out a way to leave our apartment, and as soon as we did, kaboom, big explosion. So, problems. Then we jump over to a cop. I think we started as the cop like 20 some hours, like 22 or 26 or something like that, hours before that event. So we get to see some of the lead up, and the cop is investigating a, oh, what did they call him? Well, basically, someone who hacks people's brains and, like, forcefully steals information from their brains, and then that person that they stole the information from usually ends up dying a seemingly painful death. So we're trying to catch this criminal on his trail. We're on his trail and whatnot, and then at one point we get a call, and basically there's somebody who's blackmailing the cop and wants him to get some piece of machinery. We end up getting that machinery, leave it on a bench, and then he sends us to go plant a bomb in an apartment complex, a supposedly empty apartment because the owner is out of town. And of course our cop decides to go along with it. So we're trying to source a bomb, which there happens to be one in the bones of a body in the morgue. So we gotta figure out how to extract that bomb and get it over to the apartment, which I'm pretty sure that bomb's gonna be the explosion that we saw with our first character. So I guess we're gonna have to try and place it in a way that it least affects our other character. Because there seems to be 3 locations in the apartment that we can place the bomb. I went ahead and... last stream we went ahead and entered the empty apartment just to look around. And there seems to be 3 locations that the cops said, this seems like a good spot to put the bomb. Yeah. Interesting times that we live in Techno Babylon. But let's go ahead, pause that, unmute that. We will transition. Hello. Here we are. Restore. Okay, that's like load. So I guess we'll just load then. Because we went ahead and manually saved. Alright, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to get this made to...
Better not touch it. Lau's probably got her own plans for it.
Really?
A big old jolt's not...
Maybe we've talked about it.
Hey, this is Max Lau. I can't take your call right now. If this is Regis, remember the answer usually is switch it off, then on again.
Yes, Regis here. He's a bit of a loose cannon cop who doesn't trust technology that much. He likes to do things old school. Oh, hey, what's this? This seems new. Hungarian artists to visit Newton. The world-renowned father-daughter art team of Tibor and Kami Puskas will be bringing their exhibition to the city of Newton this summer as part of the European Federation's Cultural Ambassador program. Known for their pioneering fusion of classical styles with the interactivity of the trance. The pair rose to global attention after the EF Arts Minister, Jerome Jurgen, became so overwhelmed with emotion that he had to be placed into a coma to recover. It was an epiphany, he told Chishiki. as though all of my life I'd been missing something I hadn't known I lacked. And this was the diagram showing the void in my soul. Other viewers have reported similarly transformative experiences, though skeptics believe that these may simply have to do with more direct neural programming possible through the trance than with the art itself. They're just jealous that they're not wired, replied the duo when this was suggested. Got sports, cricket, weather, currently dry, light outbreaks of rain expected later this evening. 50 Fahrenheit, 10 Celsius. Wear protective clothing, SPF 30. SPF 30 for 50-degree weather? I don't think so. Chishiki says a day and night for staying indoors, apparently. Oh, yeah. What about my desk?
Huh. I guess I should have turned these over to the evidence locker.
Cooking gel, kitchen knife, Gail's hand. Well.
I can't cut that.
Oh yes, you can.
can't
You
cut
and
that.
you have. You did in fact do that.
I can't cut that.
Okay. Well, I wanted to get rid of it there.
He can't.
Yeah, I know.
Cooking it won't.
Can set this to whatever temperature, such as 98 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, it becomes warmer. At least I could
I
frame
can't
him.
cut that. He
Yeah.
trying to tidy Lau's desk for her is a battle lost before it's even fought. That's what she says, like it was something from the art of war.
All right. What about my terminal? Alright, that's case file. No new emails. It's just the news that we already read. Well, I guess we're gonna perform the autopsy with this knife. We'll do it ourselves. The body has not had a great deal of examination. You suppose they're being careful about the potentially volatile nature of parts of his body. You make a slice along his thigh and pull out his femur, or pull his femur loose. Yeah. Okay. Oh, so we have the femur now. Going to assume that's all we need. I mean, the femur should have bomb in it. Yeah, I know.
The human femur from the engineered suicide bomber's remains. Because of his parental genetic tampering, it's packed with explosive nitrate compounds.
Yep. So I think just that and maybe the thermal paste? Or cooking paste or whatever they call it. I think that should just about do it. As it is, the bone's not going to detonate by itself. You're going to have to find some way of making... Yeah. Well... I should think. Yo, max temp. Let's do it. Cover the bone in the hot thermal gel. It begins to sizzle and crack as the compounds within prepare for a chain reaction. Yeah, let's go ahead and just shove that in there and leave. Meanwhile, our first character here.
Got it.
Got it. Whoa! Vision. Part 3 complete. Achievement unlocked. 100. Meeting of... Wait.
It'd be an understatement to say it's been a bad day.
No kidding. I sure wouldn't want to be you.
Yeah, I've got a few problems, but I'm not going to let them threaten what I care about any longer.
You say that, but I think you're yellow.
Hey, I've got a plan.
If you're so decisive, why haven't you unfrozen any of those embryos?
It's been 20 years, Regis.
You know who it is, Dr. Regis. There's only one person it could be, isn't there?
You think it's Baxter?
Well, you certainly do.
Good evening, Dr. Regis.
Where are they, you son of a bitch?
I saw your handiwork and was most impressed.
Synchro.
So you'll give them back.
I'm sending you an address. You'll find your reward there.
Wait, Baxter?
Baxter Adam. Sure enough, the tracker shows the call's location. The office of the now paroled Dr. Adam Baxter.
How? How is this possible? Traveler, begin recording. Lau, if you're listening to this, well, it means they've caught me. It wouldn't be right if I couldn't explain things to you, though. I've been blackmailed, with the lives of my kids. I traced the calls the blackmailer made. There's only one man who would have done this. And yet, thanks to the neural governor, he's also the only one who never could have. I've got to see that justice is done. Good luck, Max.
A real gun. Bang, bang, real gun.
Better not. I'm already having enough trouble.
Okay. I just realized that I have the CI splitter.
Hey,
I thought
Charlie.
maybe I need to... Hi.
That's Dr. Regis, Corpseman.
Oh, sorry, Dr. Regis. Sir, I need your help, Doctor. Rescue brought someone in, but I'm not qualified to take the statement.
I'm very busy, Corpseman. Can't you find Santiago or Lau?
No, sir. They're still in the AR lab, trying to fight off the heuristic attack. It'll only take a second, sir.
Fine.
Oh, thank you, sir. I've been panicking all evening about it. She's in the waiting room at the end here.
Fine. Waiting room, huh? Oh! Ha! Ha! Hi!
Oh, hey, some service. These flexes are broken. I can't input anything.
That's because they're not flex screens. They're sheets of paper.
Paper? What is this, the Dark Ages?
Good evening.
I'm Dr. Regis. I'm a cell agent. I've been sent to give you the standard debrief after being involved in something like this. It's our role to do all we can to keep you safe.
Yeah, great job with that so far.
Yeah, considering I'm the one who placed the bomb right above your apartment.
Can I take your name and SOC number?
Sesame Lada SN 134244.
That's a nice name. Indian? Sri Lankan?
Dunno, raised by the city. Why do you care?
My wife was Sri Lankan. She always... Oh, you don't care, do you?
That obvious?
Any aliases? Net, trance, flow, those sorts of things?
Mandala.
Right?
What's your employment status?
What do you think? Blue recycled overalls?
So, not currently employed.
Duh.
Perhaps they didn't think you had the right attitude for it. Your health status?
Dunno.
How do you not know that?
Been busy. Only come out to eat.
Ah, you're a thrall. Shall I put net addict then?
What would you want? I don't care.
Where do you live?
The trance.
And where is your physical address?
Well, it was 13E8682 Zeus Street.
Excuse me?
13E8682 Zeus Street?
Why are you here at Cell?
They didn't tell you? Someone cut my network and locked my apartment. I just about managed to crack the door when the whole damn place exploded.
Exploded.
Sure, I didn't like the place, but I didn't do it. Hey, is there a net connection here? I haven't been able to hook up for hours.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. I know it's not your fault because I'm the one who put the bomb there.
So, can I go?
Corpseman, the girl in there's life may be at risk. Do not let her leave without authorization from myself or Dr. Lau.
Can do, Dr. Regis.
Oh no, she's gonna get out of there.
Empty
isn't she?
apartment, my ass. That girl was locked in there. That asshole knew what would happen when he wanted her killed. I know what he has against me, but why her as well?
Yeah.
Why is this taking so long? Can I get back in the trance yet?
No. Stay. Dang it. Here we go. Here we go. Picked up paperwork. Blue cup.
It's different from mine. A whole lot older. There's a message on the panel. Insert coin? Whatever that means.
Whatever that means. I don't know what coins
It won't bring
are.
up the menu. The insert coin message on the screen is in the way.
Yeah.
Old-fashioned hollow hardware for everyone who comes in here not wired. It may only show the news, but it must be connected to the net at large. They must have huge vents in this building.
Yeah, it is a big vent.
The lighting fixture's broken. Maybe someone went nuts in here and took it out on the light.
Maybe.
He looks sick. I hope I don't catch anything off him.
Yeah.
A stainless steel trash can. They probably go through everything guess they're out.
Probably.
This must be where people in here get water when they want it. This must be where people in—
Oh, that's the whole... Okay. All one thing.
Hey! Let me out! I didn't do anything! It's an empty blue cup, just like you'd get from any lousy food machine.
But I could get some water with that.
It's the paperwork they wanted me to fill out. Who even uses paper anymore?
Well, I could get water, or I could put it back into this food machine if I had a coin.
My wetware's dried up. All I've got left is the crusty layer stuck to my hands.
So not much.
This will open an individual's mind to the trance and load their mind-machine interface's hub.
Okay.
The table's screwed into the ground.
Interesting. Interesting. Screwed into the ground.
Hello? Huh. Guess he doesn't feel like talking. I can't get the screws out with my bare hands. My nails aren't strong enough for that.
Yeah. Contact?
Hi there. How can I help?
Can I speak to you?
Sure. Just a second.
So, Agent,
Just Corpseman, actually. Quince. What's your name?
Sesame, Latha.
Nice to meet you, Miss Sesame. Pardon my asking, but you were raised by the city, weren't you?
You read that on my file?
Nah, I was too.
No way.
Yeah, we're practically family.
I'm starving. It's been days since the last time I ate.
And was that because you were deep in the trance?
That's not the point. I couldn't get the food machine in here to work.
Oh yeah, they take tokens. Here, have a few. You'll be able to get yourself something.
Nice.
Is it any good?
What kind of machine do you have at home?
The kind that came in Skanto apartments.
Ooh, ouch. Yeah, kind of about that.
Who was that guy who came in?
Oh, Charlie? He's one of the most experienced agents in Cell. A lot of people have trouble getting on with him, but he's just businesslike.
It sounded like he was panicking about something.
I've never thought of him as someone who gets worried. Grumpy a whole lot of the time, sure.
What's wrong with that guy on the bed?
Yeah.
He hasn't said a word in hours.
We're not sure. He was picked up on the street yesterday. It looks like he's come down with a psychophage issue.
So you're just ignoring him?
There's not much we can do until we know what it is.
Why let it show symptoms? Why not connect someone?
All of our Infowar teams are busy with the... never mind.
Why are you keeping me in this cell? I haven't done anything!
Oh, this isn't a cell. The cells are only 2 cubic meters.
That's not the point! I didn't break the law!
It's for your own safety. Charlie's asked to make sure you stay here until he gets back.
I don't feel very safe.
Why don't you feel safe?
So, how'd you know I was raised by the city?
It was a guess, but your name was a clue. You ever notice how they always assign kids names from nature? Quince, Sesame. We even had a pomegranate in my center.
Huh. I suppose that's true. Never met any with any cool names, though. No tigers or anything.
Yeah, I don't think they do the extinct ones, though.
Tigers are extinct in this world? This is like, what, 2087, I think, is the year this is supposed to be? Ooh, we don't have much time, guys. Oh, boy.
So, how'd you end up working for Cell?
I'm not sure, really. Kinda drifted in. Most of the kids from my center ended up here. Monroe Center, down by the coast, that is. Where'd you grow up?
Taylor, near the lake. Most of us just ended up on Skanto, unemployed.
I'm sorry to hear that. Personally, I think us city kids should stick together. There are so many of us, we'd be a force to be reckoned with.
So, what's your first name, Mr. Corpseman Quince?
It's Amadi, an Angolan name. Apparently that's where my family came from, but I've been here as long as I can remember. The first names are always from kids' cultural backgrounds. What about Latha? Is that, Indian?
Dunno. Probably. I came with a refugee shipment from the war. You ever feel like exploring your roots?
Not really. I grew up here. Newton is my home.
Yeah. There isn't really much for me in the old country either. Except thousands of kilometers of radioactive hot zone.
Oof.
My apartment exploded.
Oh, ouch. Was it a nice place?
Well, no, but that isn't the point.
Accidents like that happen sometimes. At least Cell were able to get you out.
I'm not sure it was an accident. My connection was cut and my doors were locked before it happened.
Who'd want to hurt you, though?
That's just it. I don't know who. I mean, I've pissed people off in net matches sometimes, but this?
Yeah, it is perplexing.
I've been in here for hours. The guy in the bed isn't much company. What is there to do?
There's the terminal. You could check the news.
Ugh, I can't stand this much of the real world. It's so slow.
I'm sorry. People don't usually spend so long in here. It's just taking a bit longer than usual.
I need to get back in the trance. How can I make a connection?
Sorry, we don't allow trans connections from inside Cell.
What? That's inhuman! I have rights, you know!
My
Not to an
goodness,
internet
Sesame.
connection, you don't.
Come on, I could just hook something up through that terminal.
I'm sorry, but it's for security.
Thanks for that.
Anytime. Just call if you need anything.
Oh my goodness, Sesame. Like, chill out. Chill out. At least you got some tokens. Thin metal discs for getting things from the food machine. The fact that Cell are still using physical currency makes you shudder in revulsion, and makes you wonder what other kinds of backward practices they make use of here. Let's go check the trash can, see if anything's
Huh?
in there.
Fixed to the floor.
Oh. Guess there's nothing in it. Well, I guess we could get some water. Splash on the guy, maybe?
You want this? Huh. Guess he doesn't feel like talking.
Well, you're lost. I've got water now. Let's take a look at the screen. Latest news, sure. Japan to begin third round of cloning. Following successful initial trials, the Japanese government has approved an expansion of its controversial human cloning program. Hailed by many within the Diet as a solution to the predicted population crisis, the next tranche is projected to expand the number of new births via cloning and IVF from 1,500 in the initial groups to over 20,000. According to the Malthus Institute, an NGO committed to measuring population growth patterns, the country's declining birth rates since the end of the 20th century have led to fears of an unsustainable shift towards an older population, unlike many other nations in the region who have countered similar trends by accepting large numbers of refugees from global conflicts. Japan has steadfastly refused to dilute the culture and essence of the Japanese people. by taking in large numbers of displaced, as expressed by outgoing Home Minister Mizuno Murai, NDF. The process used involves selection of a suitable zygote after fertilization, which is then split multiple times to produce many embryos per fertilization. Some have raised concerns that the manner in which these candidates are selected and what traits deemed desirable risk leading to politics of ethnofascism, while others note that the long-term health effects of such wide-scale cloning on a human population are currently unknown. Despite these objections, the government believes this to be the best solution to the looming depopulation crisis, aiming for as much as 40% of the nation's population to be born in this way by 2110. Well, let's try using the food machine, I guess. Food and metal fork. Hey. You want some food, guy?
You want this? Guess he doesn't.
Oh, sheet?
It isn't really that cold in here. It's probably just a formality.
Yeah. I'll just take it. He doesn't need it. Right?
I can't reach it from here.
Girl.
Hey,
What?
would you
What?
mind not doing that?
Doing what? I wasn't doing anything.
I can see you, you know. The camera's there for your own safety.
Fine. I'd better find a way to fix that.
Yeah, I better find a way to fix that. She said.
I can't use it like that.
You sure?
Hey, what did you do? I've lost the feed from the camera.
It wasn't me. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Oh, jeez, Charlie's gonna kill me. Why
No,
did you
he's
do
not.
that?
I like my privacy.
Just don't do anything stupid, okay? Please.
Of course. I would never. Also, Charlie's not going to kill you for somebody covering up the cameras. He covers up his own camera quite often. He does not like the spying of the AI that controls many things. Okay, now.
There. The table has been freed.
Don't know how you manage that with a metal fork, but sure. What do you... No.
I think it looks better without the screw.
Yeah, but why did you climb on the table?
I can't reach it from...
Yeah, no, duh! Get down!
The table's just like the rest, gray, functional, probably stronger than it ought to.
Get down. Crazy person.
I think it looks better without...
Yeah, now how about you move
The
it?
table's only got one leg, but it looks pretty strong.
Bro.
I can't use it like...
Girl?
I can't use it like... It's the paperwork they wanted me to fill out. Who even uses paper anymore?
Girl! How do I move the table? What if...
I can't reach it from here.
Yeah.
They must
yeah.
have huge...
It's almost like you should move the table over to the vent so you could actually, you know, do things. Like...
I can't reach...
Girl?
The table's just like the gray,
Yeah.
I don't have enough wetware to form a connection with anything.
Okay, so that's just not useful right now.
This will open an individual's mind to the...
Yeah, what if I hop on in here anyway? And there's nothing in here. We can look at our mailbox though. Baron M. O'Share. Yeah. I can offer to share. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, the malware attachment. Okay. Yeah, unable to connect to the... Ah! Are you kidding me? It's off on the side of the table. Fine, there we go.
That's not going to help me get through.
Okay.
It's, like, built into the wall. If I wanted to get through, I'd need to cut it out.
Huh.
I've put some of it in the cup. Prying it open with a fork,
Okay.
I can't use it like... I can't use... That's not going to help me... You want this?
Guess not.
I may not... I don't need a fork. I can't use it... I don't need a fork. I could eat...
The stuff with a straw.
I may not be 100% clear on paper, but I don't think that's...
Okay. How do you know?
It doesn't taste... I may not be... That sure won't make it taste any... It doesn't... Even if I could establish a connection to it, there isn't... Everything I can scrape off my hands is in the cup.
Got quite the plastic cup going here.
Prying it open... I can't use it... I can't use... It does...
Okay. Not sure what this might do, but... Oh wait, if we can get it some heat, that should create some more wetware, right?
That's not going to help me.
Right? Think so. Ooh, maybe.
Better not. I might need it.
Thought that maybe the trash can was like an incinerator and it would heat it up, but no.
I don't want to waste... I can't use...
Yeah.
I can't use... I don't...
Okay.
I can't use... It's already... I can't use... Doesn't look like it wants... I can't reach it.
Maybe there's something I can do with that broken light.
It's broken, but I can't pull...
Can't pull it off by hand, but perhaps by fork?
Ah!
Ah!
Ouch.
Yeah. Yeah, ouch. He's right.
I can't use it. I can't use...
Okay.
I can't use... I've given it a handle made of that plastic...
There we go.
Ah!
What?
Ow.
Ouch. Yeah. Okay.
It looks like a fire hazard. It's spitting sparks everywhere.
Aha. Now.
I can't use it.
Okay. Apparently not.
I've already got it open. Anything else and I'll probably burn down the building.
And?
I can't use...
Okay.
I can't use... It does...
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Paper. Boosh.
This kind of sums up my feelings about paperwork. No way. The reaction takes like an hour. I can't hold them the whole time.
Okay. Well, now what?
That sure won't make it take. I can't use it as cool. I can't use.
I got a flaming piece of paper. That's something, I guess.
That's not going to help me get. No way. I can't.
Takes an hour.
I may not. That's not going to help.
How am I gonna cut through this thing?
Ugh, how much of this slop do I.
Got a camera that we've covered. Water dispenser. Broken light. Guy. What if we burn him? I don't know.
You want this?
You want fire?
Huh. Guess he doesn't feel like talking.
Guess he doesn't want fire. So then what do we do with this plastic cup of slop? I guess we just hang on to it for later? Huh.
I can't reach it from here. I guess that's sorta safer.
Now put the plastic cup on the trash. Yeah, there we go.
Let's see if this works.
Oh, that's something at least. 80 minutes
Easy.
later.
Nothing stands between me and my trance.
Well, now we got some wetware.
I can't reach it.
Okay. I put some on the screen.
Got it. I can feel the net on the other side.
Good. Let's also try the food
Either
machine.
it's got some pretty tough shielding, or it's too old to be compatible. From the look of it, I'd say the second one.
Okay.
That's not going to help me get.
Now. What about this electrical thing here? The lights.
The wetware won't form a connection with.
Okay. Can I move this over to the camera now? Yes.
I can't reach it.
Are you kidding me? What can you reach from here? Nothing useful. Okay.
The wetware won't form a connection. I can reach it, but I'm going to need something to get it. I'm going to need something more precise to get it open. Otherwise, I
Okay.
might as well just smash the whole thing.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Smash the whole thing.
It doesn't. I can't use. I can't reach it.
Pull the table a little this way, I guess.
I don't think I can fill. Better not.
Okay. What about this guy? Yeah. Could probably talk to him in the trance.
Got it. I've made a connection with his neural hub.
Cool. Trance time. Oh, crap. I forgot that key is just exit game, which is so stupid. Why are you like this game? Wait, no. Yep. No. Didn't want to start a new game. Come on. Please tell me you auto-saved really quite soon. No, did I just... I just start new game. Okay. Oh, are you kidding me? You've got to be kidding me. I have to do all this all over again. Oh boy. At least we know what to do, so it should go quicker. Yeah, cell officer.
Hi there. Sure.
Yep. Hi.
Just what's nice.
Nice to meet you.
Pardon my
You read
that.
No.
Yeah.
I've been the guy.
There's I'm
I
here.
Hey, thanks.
is the who
Oh, a lot.
it's
I've never.
I need how
So
what
not to. I'm.
what
Oh, this
doesn't
Richard.
I don't
It was you have queen.
never
I'm not one
take mo
person. It's apparent. What about
I can't
Not-
except my well
at least
My battery
I
exploded.
mean
any?
See ya, buddy. Bah.
Hey, what? I've lost.
Hey.
Jeez, Charlie's gonna kill me. Please.
Charlie actually prefers the cameras this way though, so you're good, bro.
I've given it there.
Alright, I'm on the table. So,
I've put some
stop,
everything
fire.
this guy
And we're almost back to where we were. Yay!
I guess let's see if
80 minutes later.
easy.
Easy. Okay, we'll go ahead and get a connection to the screen. I know that we can do that and also get a connection to this guy
Got
in
it.
the corner. Then I'm gonna save because
Got it.
ah dang man. Just say where this. Yeah, nothing else needs doing here. We're just gonna trans. Okay. These are Guy. Buddy?
Hi there.
Oh, hey. Make yourself at home. Everyone else seems to in here.
I'm Mandela.
Guy, I'd shake your hand, but, well...
What are you...
You alright?
Oh yeah, just peachy. Well, I would be if that imposter would go away.
I am not an imposter. I am the real.
Right, totally.
You alright?
Oh yeah, well...
How'd you wind up like this?
Well, you know that urban myth about the human resources Trojan?
The one that makes you move to China and join a factory collective?
Turns out, it's not a myth. If I'm correct, Cell have brought me in for treatment.
That's a good thing, right?
Well, duh. I don't want to work in a Han factory.
All glory to the Greater Han Republic.
Shut up!
Boy.
What's with Pinocchio?
It's a disguise. Normally, by this stage, the Trojan is in control of its host motor functions. It makes a really clumsy mind state echo of the host, and uses it to try to make a convincing flight to Greater Han.
He didn't look like he's in control in meat space.
Peace, bread, and work in the Greater Han Republic.
It's kind of a stalemate at the moment.
He's taken to bombarding you with propaganda instead?
It thinks it can wear me down.
Long life and prosperity to our beloved land of Greater Han.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So, why are you in a cell with a broken Trojan in your head?
I'm acting as a relay for pirated connections into Cell.
That sounds dangerous.
Pays good, though.
Money is the yoke of capitalism.
Thing is, it's been harder and harder to get into Cell HQ.
So you infected yourself with this?
They have to bring in someone with something like this. Even if they can't treat it, they can at least quarantine.
Giving you an ideal spot to relay signals through your neural wiring.
Exactly.
Anything I can do to help?
There would be, but I'm going to have to decline.
I don't think you're really in a position to bargain.
Hey, for all I know, you're a Cell agent trying to breach my wiring. If I give you too much room, then I'm just swapping him over there as my oppressive influence.
The influence of the mighty Han Republic spans the world.
Why would Cell want to breach you?
Again, if I start telling you about that, then I'm incriminating myself. I'd love to help you help me, but I'd need to know we're on the same side.
Right.
Don't go anywhere.
Ha, you're funny.
Let's see, there's Guy.
I have no idea what it means, but it sure looks oppressive. He doesn't really fit in here.
Return to user.manda/hub.
Jeez, talk about low-quality knockoffs made in Han factories.
Yeah. A dry, barren wasteland, like something out of a war zone. You're not sure if it's based upon a real place or carefully designed to create the right mood.
Better be careful what I touch. Anything could be a carrier for malware in here. Better be careful what I touch.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, or the one.
Uh-huh.
Have you considered joining the mighty works of Han?
No.
We must strive to defeat the tyranny of the individual.
Uh-huh.
I have something amusing to show you. You need to drop your firewall to see it, though.
Of course. Zoop. What about the info wall?
Ahlan wa salam.
Hi? I'm looking for the internet. Are you tapping the line as well?
Indeed I am, except we appear to be doing it from opposite directions.
You're a hacker.
That sounds so crude.
The sort who prefers to be called an adventurer?
I'm merely a concerned citizen. You can call me Jinsel.
I'm Mandela.
Yeah, concerned citizen. That's why you're hacking the police.
This looks a lot like the kind of place I used to live.
It ought to. It was right above your own. In fact, we're trying to reconstruct the data from moments before the blast.
You know where I live?
We wouldn't be taking our responsibilities seriously if we didn't. We also know that it appears you've been targeted deliberately. These are shots we've been able to recover of the man who planted the bomb.
That's the guy I spoke to.
You know him?
Yeah, he's the Cell agent who interviewed me. He left like an hour ago.
Uh-oh.
Why do you think it was me they were aiming for?
We hear things. We're also aware that prior to the blast, you were trapped.
Yeah, someone cut my connection and locked the door.
It would appear that you were being kept in place until the bomb was planted.
They probably could have just done it. I'd have been in trance for hours.
They had to be certain. But now that you've escaped, it appears that your life is still at risk.
They had to be certain, and so they made it so that you would try to escape, and then did escape right before it went off, so, kind of shot themselves in the foot there.
Why would a Cell agent be trying to kill me?
Often, Central's plots are unclear. This, however, is too direct and destructive for how Cell works.
You think it's personal, then?
In any case, he knows where you are and that you survived.
He's also got me trapped in one place again.
Then it's imperative that we help you to escape. Our agent may be able to help you with that. He is close at hand.
Wait, the guy in the cell with me? Blonde pseudo-leather jacket, got the shakes?
That would be Guy, yes. He's acting as one of our relays within Cell.
You think he can help me get out?
We work within our own specialties, and his is Cell. If anyone were able to furnish a means for you to escape, it would be him.
Looks like a partially built sim.
Indeed, we're using a number of different sources to reconstruct a scene. Cameras, chromatographs, even the charge variances and wiring.
So why are you hooked up to Cell? No offense, but you'd have to be crazy to hack Central.
Fortunately, Central is indisposed. An initial attack appears to have crippled it.
So lots of opportunists are trying their luck while the security's weak.
Precisely. I was assembling this SIM at the same time when you joined it through an outbound port.
Who do you run with? Collective? A nun?
We're a circle of truth seekers and underground journalists. We go by Jahilia.
Never heard of it. What's it mean?
Well, who controls the media today?
Chishiki? They're the biggest.
Exactly. Chishiki, whose name means knowledge. Except in this knowledge, there's nothing but trivia and lies. So where will people find the truth?
Yeah, the truth, man.
On the internet?
No, that's not quite it. Jahilia means ignorance. It's meant to be ironic.
Oh, I see. Even though you are on the internet, trance, that sort of thing, right?
I suppose. Anyhow, that's beside the point.
I'd better disconnect and see if your guy can help me get out.
Tawfiq, I've sent you the location to find us at. I'll be here should you require any further assistance in your escape.
I just had it.
No doubt about it. This is the one who spoke to me. No doubt about it.
Yeah. This mysterious figure moves back and forth through the simulation, piecing data together. The bomb went over here, by the way. Sup, guy?
Hi, guy.
Hey there.
Hello.
She wasn't talking to you.
Jinsel says hi.
Oh, does she? Tell her she owes me double for this one. I lost touch with her hours ago.
She says you know a way out of here?
Well, sure. It's even easier when Central's down. Of course, I'm gonna need something from you.
Fine. What is it you want?
I need an edge to help me get rid of the chatterbox. For that, I need epinephrine. See if you can get them to bring any in.
And if they don't?
You look clever. You can probably find a way to make it.
Substance abuse is the curse of the working classes.
But also, isn't epinephrine, that's for treating allergies, right? Like in an EpiPen?
Why do you want this stuff?
The people here don't exactly know what they're doing. Cell's treatment might work, or I might walk out of here and straight to Greater Han. The epinephrine will give me enough of a boost to make sure it's me who wins the battle.
We must persevere in the great revolutionary struggle.
Plus, it's the kind of thing that most chemical synthesizers can make.
Wait, like a food machine?
Probably.
Don't go anywhere.
Ha, you're funny.
Wonder if this is important.
It's the mole file representing epinephrine.
Oh, then I should probably take that. Now I gotta find some way to get the food machine to make it. The .mol file representing 4,5-beta trihydroxy-N methylphenethylamine, methylene, blah, blah, or epinephrine. While there isn't anything you can do with it yourself, there may be another system that is compatible. Yeah, so I might have to get access to the food machines system.
The fork won't fit in the seams around the edges. If I could find something more precise, though.
How am I gonna get something more precise, bro? It's like...
Either it's got some pretty tough shielding, or it's too old to be compatible. From the look of it, I'd say the second one.
Huh.
Doesn't look like it wants to barter.
Uh-huh. Hey, can I get some epinephrine?
How can I help?
Can I speak?
Sure.
I need epinephrine. Please. He needs treatment.
The guy in the bed? I know what's wrong with him. He's contracted a human resources Trojan.
How would you know this? Have you been trancing with him? Because then we might have to quarantine you as well.
No, I had a friend come down with it.
Okay, then. I can get something to help. Unfortunately, I can only try to stabilize him for now. We have to wait for a specialist before we can try anything stronger.
A utility drone. It probably carries things around. Looks like it's full of medical stuff.
Hey, what are you doing to that drone?
I was just checking out the hardware. It's quite some gear you guys have.
I've done all I can for the moment. Let me know if it gets any worse, okay?
Yeah. Sure. Of course. Let me just go ahead.
I can't use it like...
Okay, fine.
Wow, this is some really old hardware. It's going to need some upgrading if I want to make it produce anything complex.
Yeah. Memory block, optical module. Let's go ahead and put this in the memory block. Epinephrine, nice. So we got an injector. Cool. Probably need that for the epinephrine. I wonder if there's anything I can do to...
The wetware won't form a connection.
Isn't compatible. So do I just shove this stuff back in?
I can't just put it back. I haven't done any. The optics aren't sensitive enough to construct molecules like that.
So how do I make it? I see. Right, it was the camera that needed a more precise instrument. Like this scalpel.
This might be useful.
High-grade lens.
I've upgraded the optical component with the camera's super-powered lens.
That you have. Let's get off this table. Drag it back. So I'm sure we're going to need to get into that vent. Eventually.
There. It should be a lot more sensitive with that.
Yep. And memory module.
I hope it understands its new orders. Let's see what it can do now.
Also, we will save again. Alright.
It won't bring up the menu. The insert coin...
Right, insert coin.
It didn't sound like the machine enjoyed that. At least it managed to make me a cartridge of epinephrine.
That's good.
The cartridge is mounted in the ejector.
Cool. Here you go, guy.
Now let's see if he holds up his end of the bargain.
Achievement Hippocratic Oath. A career in medicine. Alright. No, stop. Leave. Walks in, leaves. Let's go talk to Guy. Hey. The other guy's gone.
A whole lot, thanks. I managed to get rid of the knockoff. Give me a few hours. I'll be out of the wall and can help you leave.
I haven't got a few hours. What can you do now?
From here? Not much, but I could give you some options.
I need more than helpful suggestions.
I've got control of one of the utility drones. They use them for moving kit around the building.
I might be able to escape if I was better equipped.
Atta girl. I've sent you the link to the drone. She'll be in your hub.
Cool. Thank you kindly, Guy. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. I was like, uh-oh, it's locked up tight. Apparently not quite. So. Oh. Maybe there's something in here that I need. We'll just make sure. The projection continues to flicker. Apparently your drone has no way to engage with it. Okay. It's powered down. Apparently the utility drone you inhabit can't communicate with it. Screens full of medical data. Even if the drone's optics had a high enough resolution for you to read them, you're certain they'd make no sense to you. And X-ray? Screens full of medical data, even if the drone's optics, blah blah, no sense to you. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Nothing in here. The office is locked. Apparently, these agents are following their security procedures manual. Regis, though. It'd be the opportunity of a lifetime to go through a cell agent's terminal. All the dirt you could dig up. The drone doesn't seem to have any means of access, unfortunately. Get those wires, though. Look at a maid. The synthetic is offline. The drone can't establish a data connection with it. Can't reach it from your vantage point on the floor. You've already got the preferences set up how you like them. Wait, what? Nothing in here. From down on the floor, it's difficult enough to see the camera, let alone mess with it. Whoever this office belongs to, they've apparently had the same opinion as you about Cell's cameras. This one's covered in tape. Screens showing information on an active Cell case. Something about a mind jacker? It'd be the opportunity of a lifetime, but looks like a waste chute. Rumors on the net that Central goes through everything people throw out. But it's never bothered you, really. You haven't done anything illegal. Not with physical evidence, at least. A synthetic, dressed in a skimpy maid's outfit. Are they using synths for undercover work now? Okay. Nothing in there. Guess I'll just make my way. Apparently Quincy doesn't care. Okay. Let's have a look at you.
A utility drone. It probably carries things around.
Yeah.
Please do not interrupt active drone.
You won't sit still long enough to get it open.
Huh.
I may be good, but even that officer would see me.
What? How?
Prying it open with a fork. Come on, shoo!
Warning, power contact lost.
Yes.
This might be useful.
Cutting laser. Haha. Ooh. That should be good enough for me. There we go. Germination. 8 hours later.
Dr. Lau, you have a visitor.
Oh. Good evening, Dr. Lau.
Hello? And you are...
Surely you recognize him.
I'm afraid you'll have to enlighten me.
This is Dr. Vargas, the Central Operations Coordinator.
Now, Galatea, there's no need to be quite like that. The fact that I am not widely recognized perhaps indicates how successful we are.
Yes, you're right, Father.
Vargas? Dr. Eduardo Vargas?
Quite so, Dr. Lau.
What brings you from the Fulcrum Tower, sir?
A most grave matter, I'm afraid. One I believe you specifically to be most suited to handle.
Shall I, Father?
Please do, Galatea.
Central, I believe the audio EM capture system in this room to be faulty. Please run a deep diagnostic on the system.
Certainly, Miss Vargas. Beginning scan.
We have perhaps 2 minutes until the diagnostic cycle is complete.
Dr. Lau, have you heard of a gentleman by the name of Baxter?
Dr. Adam Baxter, convicted murderer?
And a brilliant engineer in his time.
Yes, I've heard of him. My partner had a history with him. His parole hearing and eventual release really got to Dr. Regis.
Quite so. Poor Viksha. I don't think Charlie ever got over it. And unfortunately, it appears that he's taking things into his own hands.
You have a connection to Regis as well?
Quite so. He worked for me in a research team, as did Baxter in the same project.
And Viksha Regis?
Precisely. We lost half of the team in one fell swoop that day.
Dr. Lau, when did you last see Dr. Regis?
Last night, before Central went into siege mode. Why? What's happened?
This morning, Dr. Baxter was found dead in his workplace.
Oh, no. Oh, Charlie, no.
I share your concern, Dr. Lau.
Central believes Dr. Regis to be the most likely suspect. He would have known that Central would be unable to provide oversight during the siege.
And he had no shortage of motive, as I'm sure you'd agree.
You're the controller of Central Operations. Why would you need to cut the camera feed with a trick like that?
I apologize, but for the sake of city security...
Yeah, can't tell me. Classified, ultraviolet A, etc.
I'm glad you understand.
I might understand, but I'm not happy about it.
Noted, Dr. Lau.
It just doesn't sound like him, though. He had other outlets, like his garden.
I don't fully agree with Central's assessment either. That is why I'm activating you on this case.
You want me to investigate Baxter's murder with my partner as the prime suspect? Isn't that a pretty serious conflict of interest?
It is within my prerogative to select agents I feel appropriate for casework, if necessary. Using it to aid an old friend, a good man, like Charlie Regis, I think that's worthwhile.
Remember that your primary responsibilities are to the law and to this city.
I think I've heard enough.
That's good to hear. I'll have Galatea email the case data to you. If I can be of any further help, don't hesitate to drop by my office.
At the top of the Fulcrum Tower. Make an appointment beforehand.
Diagnostic cycle of monitoring systems complete. No wetware or firmware anomalies detected. However, please ask Dr. Regis to stop obstructing the land's assembly.
I wish you luck with your work, Dr. Lau, for Regis's sake.
Oh boy. Well, now we get to be Dr. Lau here, who also has some wetware.
Got to wait till the AI lab have had their turn analyzing her. Then she's all mine.
Uh-huh.
She's expensive. I wonder if I can persuade Regis to let us keep her.
Why, Dr. Lau? Why do you want to keep her? While you know full well that you could accomplish all of the work you need to do in a trance suite in your head, Cell insists that most official business be carried out on its terminals, and travelers for security. Regis seems to think it's just to make it easier for Central to spy on everything you do. That was...
The desk terminals don't have enough bandwidth, so I made a few modifications. All strictly professional, of course.
Of course, of course. Strictly professional. Power it up. Vargas Galatea. Dr. Lau, as authorized by City Systems Administrator Dr. Eduardo Vargas, please find access to the investigation's case files enclosed. If you wish to discuss the case in person with the administrator, please make an appointment beforehand.
Ow! Hey, what was that?
Downloaded case file. Yeah, what was that? Case files provided by Miss Vargas have already been downloaded to your secure traveler. No subject. Max Lau. That's it, huh? Here, Please come home. Oh boy. Max, it doesn't matter what Mom said. I don't really understand why you did it either, but I'm not going to judge you. I miss you. And they won't admit it, but Mom and Dad too. Please come home. Max, that city, that life, it'll change you. Eddie. Central. Mind checkings. Dr. Lau. Oh, here. Dr. Lau. Wait, did that? No, it's this.
Dr. Lau, thank you for the summary of the so-called mind-jacking investigations. It is evident that some of Dr. Regis's talent in investigation has found its way into your work. But please, be aware that you need not also emulate his less helpful behavioral patterns.
Oh, Central. Alright. I already, yeah. Larceny, that's the mind-jacking case file. Centralized emergency logistics. Category homicide, breaking and entering, abuse of public office. Case officers assigned, Lau, Dr. M. Primary. Outline, on the 11th of July, 2087, Dr. Adam Baxter, P/N, 629384, was found dead by co-workers at the Vickerman/Tatsumoto Telepresence Laboratory in the Northeast Network. Cell has been contacted and Case Officer Lau/M activated for investigation. Victim sedate, Baxter, Dr. Adam, former organic computing researcher for City of Newton, recently paroled from rehabilitation sentence. Suspects, Regis, Dr. C, cell agent. Spouse of Viksha Regis, victim of murder by Dr. Baxter, was detected entering laboratories on 10th of July 2087 and leaving 128 minutes later. Action. Suspect Charles Regis has been unreachable and has historically demonstrated a high anti-civil behavior index. With such a strong motive, his apprehension for questioning is a priority. Lau/M assigned to investigate crime scene. Vickerman Pharmaceuticals. Yes. Laser paper stone. Oh yeah, that was a game. That's a good attempt.
No answer.
Yeah, figured. Take a look at his desk.
Sorry, Regis.
Photograph.
A physical photograph. The team. February 2067.
The team, February 2067. Nina, Adam, Eduardo, Gwen, Vicky, Charlie. So there's Adam. Why is his face... Well, I guess his face scratched up because, Charlie doesn't want to see his face, but...
Regis is probably the only person I know who'd want his picture on paper. I guess defacing a digital one just isn't the same.
Uh-huh.
Got to wait till the AI lab have had...
Right.
Wetware's not going to connect with that.
Okay.
Wetware's not going...
That might be on the screens more quickly through your own wiring, yeah. But I can't... Trance. Interesting. Huh.
Nah, I've already got it set up just right.
Just right. Evans. Now, don't have access to news. Well. Head on out, I guess. To the crime scene, I would think. Vickerman Pharmaceutical Laboratories.
Wow, that's a lot of green.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Great, they finally sent someone. You here to get the body out?
Maybe. I'm Max Lau, cell case specialist.
No kidding. I'm the lab director, Dr. biiiiig. Make it quick, I'm busy.
What's your role here?
I'm the supervisor for the telepresence factoring labs. Most of it's automatic. I just make sure it's all running like it should.
Sounds like a big responsibility.
It's a lousy job most of the time. TP is where management sticks people they don't want in public-facing roles.
You're not happy with it?
For the last few years, my career has been one disaster after another. I'm just glad it's plateaued into some kind of stability.
Can you tell me what happened?
Baxter got killed.
In any more detail?
When we started this afternoon, a whole lot of samples had been tampered with. We tried to call Baxter to find out what the hell was going on in the specimen bank.
And he didn't answer?
He didn't. Turned out the door to the specimen bank was locked too.
You haven't seen the body?
Nope, not in person, if that's what you mean. We got the camera feed online, but it was obvious that Baxter wasn't going to be coming out.
When did you last see him?
Guess it could have been Wednesday?
So he could have been killed any time in the past 3 days?
I guess, but it wouldn't fit with everything else.
What's the purpose of this lab? Plant studies?
Yes and no. It's a TP lab, telepresence. There's a lot of research that's not exactly legal in some countries.
But in Newton, pretty much anything goes.
Exactly. If someone in the EU needs research done on something hazardous, infectious, or endangered, they send the orders here and we carry out the testing.
What sort of research?
Mostly we make new angiosperms from scratch. That's flowering plants to you.
Gee, thanks. Why would people want new flowers?
Sometimes it's a drug delivery method. The earliest commercial examples were fruit that grew packed with insulin. A lot of new wetware begins its life as engineered fruit too.
Must be awkward if they cross-pollinate in the wild.
And a legal headache. Part of our job is making sure the copy protection works.
Copy protection in plants? Ouch. Aside from yourself, who else works in this laboratory?
There's my intern, Martin Neester, operates the factoring line. If you meet him, it's easy to see why they put him in here. And until recently, there was Dr. Baxter.
Tell me about Mr. Neester.
He came over from Eurofed on a study program. He's young. I guess we're all like that in our youth.
Good colleague?
He's all right. He got on board with that annoying Maladist trend. He knows how to follow instructions, so I let him get on with it.
Is visa still active?
Dr. Lau, we do not employ undocumented illegals in this lab.
Just have to check. I'm sure you understand. Tell me about Dr. Baxter.
Oh, he was bad enough to work with in the 60s. As part of his parole, they stuck a governor in his head. Since then, it's like talking to a badly written synthetic.
You don't care for him a great deal.
That man killed Vicky. Frankly, he deserved what he got.
But you still work with him.
He worked for me. It was another part of his parole. Vickerman's management persuaded centralized government that his skills were going to waste in prison. The company wanted him supervised by someone who knew him. Hence, they dragged my sorry ass in.
What did you have him doing?
He organized the specimen bank. It's the kind of thing we could just leave him at for hours on end. Days, sometimes. Really, it could have just been done by the facility's AI, but I had to give him something.
Otherwise, you'd have to talk to him?
Exactly.
You've got a keen mind. What's your take on this?
Hey, I'm not the detective, young lady. You know what I think? I think Regis did what they ought to have done 20 years ago.
Why do you say that?
Seems logical. We've got him coming into the labs on security, then we got him coming out an hour later. When we get here, we've got Baxter's corpse contaminating the specimen bank.
Anything else?
Well, something strange. Since we got in, we keep finding samples that have been tampered with. Looks like he spent his hour here messing up the genomes of our specimens.
That quickly?
If anyone was good enough to do it that fast, it'd be Charlie.
You knew Regis as well?
Yeah, I was on a research team with him and his wife back in the 60s. Baxter, too.
You've apparently known him a long time. Does this seem like something Regis would do?
Oh, after what he did to Vicky, I'd have strangled Baxter too. I tell you, if he did do it, I wouldn't blame him one bit.
Do you think he did it, though?
I don't know. He was always kinda shady.
Tell me about it.
They made him do some real awful stuff out in the hot zones.
Such as...
Let's just say his escape led to a whole lot of people being jailed for war crimes.
You seem preoccupied.
That obvious, huh? We found a couple of specimens that Regis tampered with in his hour here. So I gotta run through the catalog and dig out the backups.
Sounds straightforward.
Not when there's 11,000 samples to take. Oh, I could punch Regis for this. Though I want to shake his hand for Baxter so it kinda evens out.
What's been done to the samples?
He's used a customized viral vector to add huge amounts of junk DNA to their genomes. These are the last two I found, Medioflorens interensis and Linacia lawsonis.
May I have a look?
Do you think it'll help?
Just a hunch. Huh. Non-binary. Quaternary data string?
What do you mean?
My wetware systems are interpreting the genomes of these plants as sections of an audio file. He's used the DNA to store information.
You think so?
It's incomplete. The two samples only make up a third of the data. But M and L, my initials? This can't be a coincidence. He's left a message.
What does it say?
Not sure yet. I could probably construct the whole message if I can find where he's hidden the rest of it.
Safe to say it's in the other plants he's gengineered. Here, take this. You can sample DNA from the plants around the lab. If you run out of sampling cartridges, you can reload it at this console.
Thanks. How long would it take to sample everything in the lab?
Only a couple of years. We have over 11,000 subjects. You're better off looking for specimens that would fill the gaps in the clue he left.
Okay.
Is that all?
For now.
Then if you'll excuse me, I'll get back to work.
It's bugging me. The music is so loud right now. My goodness. I'm trying to listen to her talk. Why is it not? Doesn't seem to be doing anything. Like, I can still very much hear that water in the background. And I can still hear the music, so what is going on, man? This is a terrible options menu. I mean, it doesn't do anything. I don't get it, man.
Excuse me, Doc.
Make it quick.
So, you worked with Regis and his wife, as well as Baxter. Did you also work for Dr. Vargas?
That pompous ass? Yeah, I worked for him.
You don't care for him?
He was a competent researcher, but he lives for politics. Everything was always about making the world a better place.
And you don't think it should be better?
It's a nice idea, just not realistic. And what we ended up making, it was... Actually, never mind.
What happens in the specimen bank?
It's where the samples of plants and growth matrices are stored. There's a huge library of subjects to work with, natural and man-made.
And that's where Baxter worked?
Yeah, it's not exactly taxing. I wanted to see what he could do since they put a governor in him.
You left him to work alone in there?
I'll be honest, he was not a pleasant man to talk to.
Huh? But that's probably how he got access to Regis's children in the specimen bank.
Have you found anything else with added genetic data?
As a matter of fact, I have. There was a batch of Orchidaceae isotria in the growth lab and...
And?
I can't remember exactly which specimen the other was. I do remember that it had blue flowers, broad leaves, and very, very small fruit.
Hmm. Okay.
Have you found anything else?
As a matter of fact, I have. There was a batch of Orchidaceae isotria in the growth lab, and...
And?
I can't remember exactly which specimen the other was. I do remember that it had blue flowers, broad leaves, and very, very small fruit.
So blue flowers, broad leaves, small fruit.
Have you found anything else with
There was a batch of Orchidaceae isotria in the growth lab, and...
And?
I can't remember exactly which specimen the other was. I do remember that it had blue flowers, broad leaves, and very, very small fruit.
Okay.
Why didn't the facility's CI detect Baxter's vitals suddenly failing? It's a potentially hazardous environment in here.
We were wondering that as well. This afternoon we noticed the monitoring system in the sample lab was in recursion. All hell broke loose when the CI suddenly realized what had happened.
So either you've got a technical fault with the software or wetware interfacing.
Which is unlikely given how much they cost.
Or someone breached the security systems to cover Baxter's murder. That gives me more hope. Regis would have no idea how to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
What sort of research were you conducting in the 60s?
You mean with Charlie and his wife? You might not believe it, but we were the people behind Central.
Central? The city governing AI Central?
The same. Newton was looking for a coordinator AI. Vargas put together a team including the new Mr. and Mrs. Regis.
Nuke me. Regis never mentioned anything about this.
It wasn't a happy memory for him. He left after the unpleasantness. We finished the project a few months later.
Huh. Might explain why he hates Central's guts.
Yeah.
I wonder why Regis hid a message inside the DNA.
DNA's been used as a data storage medium before. Rather than on-off binary, DNA would be quaternary bits. Adenine, guanine, thymine, and cytosine. If he just left a message on one of the systems, though, or even on paper...
Then someone could have destroyed or erased it. Short of burning down the entire lab, they'd have no way to be sure they destroyed a message hidden like this.
Especially since he's scrambled so many of the other samples as camouflage.
He needs to make sure it's found, and based on the layout, he wants me to find it.
Is that all?
For now.
Then if you'll excuse me, I'll get back to work.
It's the console for sequencing DNA data from specimens. I need to bring samples back here to see if more of Regis's message is hidden in them.
One of the plant specimens. Labs working. That's definitely not it. Blue plants. Let's have a look at these. That's a big berry. Not that one.
The way out. I have no idea what anything on here means. This is the kind of thing that'd take a cram course in trans ed.
Uh-huh. Red flowered tree. Interesting. Let's head on into the lab, I guess. Red plant. Blue vines. Yeah.
I'd better not. If I start taking every single specimen, I'll be here for days. I'd better not. If I start...
But that's... It's got blue flower, broad leaves, small fruit. That's the thing. Oh, maybe DNA sampler. That's it.
I've taken a DNA sample from it.
Nice.
He looks unconventional. Kids these days. Oh God, I sound like Regis. I didn't realize that gengineering was done with so much tape and wrenches. I can't figure out what any of these tools are for.
Okay.
They look important.
Yeah?
Did Marge lend her a lot of money?
All right, I won't touch them. The way out.
The way out, sure. Hey, Neaster.
Hi there.
Got some questions.
With caviar.
With...
My name's Dr. Max Lau. I'm a cell case specialist.
The Morrow says hello.
You're not making any sense.
The light at the end of the tunnel would die for a grapefruit.
Are you all right?
When do you offer a mechanical holiday?
Sir?
Can I get your name?
The barber envies your good fortune.
Okay.
Okay.
What's your role at this facility?
Camouflage paint likes to take a walk in the park.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy. I'm not getting anything useful out of this guy, am I?
What happened here?
The Morrow says hello.
I see.
Tomorrow says hello.
I give up.
The necessary but perhaps impossible notion of the nation-state works towards the rhetoric of synesthesia.
Uh-huh.
I never thought gengineering would be so industrial. It's like a factory line.
Yeah. It's out this airlock.
Warning. Security clearance not valid for access to Growth Lab. Vickerman Pharmaceuticals thanks you for your cooperation.
The way out.
You keep saying... It's not... Ma'am?
Oh god, what a mess.
Yeah. Got a rail drone, seed bank console, body.
Update Central.
What is the situation, Dr. Lau?
Dr. Baxter is certainly dead. He's been decapitated, and not cleanly either.
His head has been removed.
More like destroyed. At a glance, this would be the most likely cause of death.
Yep.
Nothing unusual found on the body, Central. Estimation on time of death?
The climate control in the specimen lab is compromising your sensors. Ambient temperature is just above freezing. What is your estimation of the incident, Dr. Lau?
There's too much we can't say for sure. We don't know precisely when Baxter was murdered. We can't even be sure that this was the cause of death.
That is a fair assessment. A clearer picture will no doubt follow the autopsy.
Don't send in anyone yet. I still need to carry out a preliminary.
I understand. Continue your investigation of events surrounding the incident.
Understood. Lau out. I hope I can find something to get Regis off the hook.
Yeah.
It looks like it's controlling the sorting drones on the racks. It's a drone that runs back and forth on rails. Must be what they use to store and retrieve samples in here.
Let's see. Afloia Theformis, undergoing weaponization, specifically targeting pollinating insects. Greater Han Republic. Nonacia reticulata. Attempts being made to isolate useful genome sections and reduce incidents of fatal consumption. Side effects. Detail Avena sativa. Common oat. New strains are currently in development to cope with rapidly changing European climate. Let me just see if we can find that Orchidea, whatever, Isotria. No, at least not in here. There's a whole nother section that's not listed in here. Weird. C18.
It's some kind of slime. Maybe I should just sample that.
Huh. Where am I gonna find the one that she mentioned? And how? One of the plants. One of the plants. Well, at the very least, I can put this in here. Modified sequences identified, cross-loading to audio data stream.
There's some more.
Audio file incomplete. Please add missing sectors to file.
I'm going to need to find where he's hidden the rest of the message before I get any sense out of it.
Yeah. Hey, Doc.
Excuse me, Doc.
Make it quick.
First of all...
I tried talking to your intern. It wasn't helpful.
Oh, never mind that. He's got aphasia.
Isn't that treatable?
Oh, yes. He just gave it to himself. It's what the kids are into these days.
Crippling neurological disorders?
Yes and no. Maladism, they call it. They give themselves old diseases. It only lasts about a week each time.
And you let him do that?
He's not public-facing, and as long as it doesn't get in the way of his work. I figure we all did things the old folks thought were stupid back when we were kids.
Uh-huh.
I need to ask Meester about the tampered specimens. How do I cure his aphasia?
Well, you wouldn't really cure it. He doesn't actually have the disease. It's essentially wetware designed to occupy the Wernicke and Broca regions of the brain. This then produces the symptoms of the disease. That's what they're going for.
I can't wait a week for the wetware to break down.
Find a way to break it down early then. If we've got an emergency contamination, we use hydroxypyruvate isomerase. It's an enzyme that instructs the fabricators in wetware to disassemble themselves.
I can't get into the airlock.
The airlock and the growth lab are secure areas. We grow potentially hazardous organisms beyond those doors.
I'm trying to conduct an investigation here. Don't make me get a warrant from Central.
I'm sorry, Central would likely agree with us. We can't just give anyone access to the growth lab.
Not even a cell agent?
I'd need a pretty damn good reason.
Have you found anything else?
As a matter of fact, there was a batch of Orchidaceae isotria in the growth lab and...
And?
In the growth lab.
I can't remember exactly which specimen the other was. I do remember that it had blue flowers, broad leaves, and very...
Orchidaceae. Isotra. Orchidaceae isotra in the growth lab.
I can't get in.
The airlock and the growth lab are secure areas. We grow.
I'm trying. Don't make.
We can't.
Not even.
I'd need.
So.
You've got to use the sampling tool to get DNA. The sampler can take 3 readings before it needs. In some areas of the lab, the atmospheric controls will prevent the
Apparently, he wants me to find certain samples. I've got to think about where I'm going to find.
Darn right. We've got a whole lot of A right now.
I need to ask Nice, how do I cure his...
Well, you wouldn't... It's essentially wetware. This then produces...
I can't wait.
Find a way to break it down. If we've got an emergency contamination, we use hydroxypyruvate isomerase. It's an enzyme that instructs the fabricators in wetware to disassemble themselves.
Hydroxy, whatever. Whatever. Let's see.
Is that all?
For now.
Then if...
For now. It's a seed thing. Yeah, I don't have access to the growth lab. Just probably in there. Which means I might need to hack it. hydroxy anything. Do have a Amelia Maluko.
A physical photograph.
Yeah, what was her name? Vicky. Would be Vicky Regis, yeah.
Regis is Hey.
Let's see if VR is in here. No, doesn't look like it. Or RB. No. Okay. Engineering underway for more uniform cuboid shape. Yes, there's just so many specimens to go through. Huh. I got the one that she identified by look, but the other one is in the growth lab and I can't get in there. And then I need this hydroxy whatever. Not sure how I'm supposed to find that.
Wetware's not going to connect.
What if I try to connect it to this airlock?
Warning, security clearance not.
Come on.
New security profile created. Access granted. Welcome, Dr. Lau.
Thanks.
There we go. Excuse me. Growth lab dome. First aid kit.
This could be useful. Looks like a lot of cartridges for the injector.
Okay. Hydroxypyruvate isomerase. Yes, that should be it. Screw it, right? Or just go ahead and inject a man. An Easter.
An evil engine of desire wrapped within a rude message.
Really? How interesting.
Beached questions, you injector.
Say that again?
Overpass, did you stick me with an injector? Now I'll have to get my aphasia rechecked. Not cool, man.
Dramatically clean a screaming pile of biscuits. Achievement.
He looks Oh. Excuse
Yeah.
me.
Yeah?
Yeah, excuse me, sir. A man was murdered. I need information. I'm sorry. I screwed up your aphasia.
I'm CS Dr. Lau. I've been tasked with this investigation.
Martin Easter. I've been tasked with the factoring lab.
You work with Dr. Chikwa?
I work for Chikwa. I'm just the intern. Means I get stuck with all the lousy jobs she won't do.
I understand. I was an intern once.
So, what's CS? You a detective?
Case specialist. So, yes, I guess you could say that.
Cool.
Cool.
I'd like to hear from you what happened.
So, we came in this afternoon for the late shift, right? I checked on the factoring line, and it turns out the specimens are nuked up.
In what sense?
They don't match the catalog and not that they're supposed to be. I figured Baxter nuked it up again, so I checked the feed.
That's when you found the body?
Yeah, but Chigwa won't let me get a look. Told me to get back to work while she called Cell. Hey, can I get a look at the body with you?
I'm afraid not. Official procedure and stuff.
Bummer.
Bummer. What?
Why'd you go and give yourself aphasia?
Not just that. There are loads of syndromes. It's maladies, man.
Aren't diseases like that dangerous, though?
It's not permanent, man. We ain't stupid. Wetware nodes in the body create the symptoms of things we want, which you went and broke. Gee, thanks.
Sorry about that. In any case, they're temporary then.
Exactly.
I still don't get it. What's the hook for maladism?
Man, you old folk never get things like MD.
Old?
Most of these syndromes are diseases that are completely curable. They just don't happen anymore. Society says no to them.
So it's countercultural? An act of rebellion?
Exactly. Diseases like that make the establishment uncomfortable. They don't want it to be a part of their society. But we show them they can't ever get rid of it completely.
You're rubbing their faces in it then.
And in another way, it's kinda retro. Illnesses like that are what shape society. The Black Death made Europe what it is.
Gotta appreciate the classics.
For a lot of us, it's also about who's hardest. Posers go for little things like botulism or influenza. But you know someone's got real nodes on them if they can stand a month with HIV.
There's a reason why we got rid of those diseases, because they're bad. They're very bad. Dude.
So, what other diseases have you tried?
Loads of them. Parkinson's, syphilis, tuberculosis. Last month, it was Hansen's disease.
Wait, leprosy?
Yeah, if you're a Zift, Hansen's is the real name.
Sounds like quite a selection.
It's why I came to study in Newton. Eurofed's just starting to get into MD culture. Even talking about banning it. Newton's where it's at for it. You guys are a lot cooler about what you let people do.
On an individual basis, certainly. That's pretty much the founding philosophy here.
Uh-huh.
Dr. Chigwa tells me that some of the specimens have been tampered.
Oh yeah, I found one of those. Man, couldn't they have just killed the guy without messing up my work?
I need to find it. Which specimen was it?
Oh, a Corsae brasiliara. When I found it, I just thought Baxter was nuking it up again.
What did you do with it?
I just sent it back to the specimen lab. Should be there in the sample store.
Alright. Cool.
How do young people go about getting sick these days?
Yeah.
It's a lot harder, but that shows it's a choice. We use wetware to create symptoms, like the aphasia. The wetware I had for that was programmed to lodge in the Broca and Wernicke regions of the brain.
So it's not really Broca's aphasia.
Same symptoms though.
You'd buy wetware nodes from shops?
Nah, find hobby GG programmers through the trans. They're always looking to sell. It's like a contest. They're always releasing new syndromes, competing with each other. You looking to get into it?
Not really my scene, thanks.
No. Don't want to give myself with botulism. That does not sound like fun.
What do you think of Dr. Chigwa?
She's a hard ass, but she knows what she's doing. Kinda thinks she feels wasted working here.
What can you tell me about Dr. Baxter?
Not much. He only started here a couple of weeks ago. Chigwa dropped him in the specimen lab and kinda left him here.
She neglected him?
Nah, he just barely left. Could have been a workaholic, but I think he just couldn't focus on anything else.
Did he ever talk about his past with you?
Man, he didn't even talk to me, period. About anything.
Huh.
What's your personal opinion of Dr. Baxter?
He didn't talk much. One nuked up guy. Chigwa told me he'd been released from jail. Looked like he had a governor in his head.
That's correct. It affected his behavior?
Dude, that's an understatement. That Malkin was like a zombie. One time, I dropped the whole sample tray in his lab. Anyone else would have yelled at me. He started to get mad, then looked just about ready to puke.
The governor inhibited violent thought. He'd been serving a murder sentence.
Oh, no way. Who'd he whack?
That's confidential.
Man, that's unfair. You're a tease.
Remind me, what was that specimen you found?
Jeez, what are you, senile? It was a Corsae brasiliara.
A Corsae brasiliara, yes.
All right, I'll...
Uh-huh. Yeah. A Corsae brasiliara. So that should be in here. Lucky for me. Corsae brasiliara.
I've taken a DNA sample from it.
Cool. Also, just wondering what it says about it. Discovered recently in the Amazon Conservation Zone. Or Conservation Zone A. Brasiliara is being tested for any marketable traits. Okay, that's all it has to say about it. I also need to go over here and find that Orchid de Sotra or whatever. Let's go check it out.
what's in them, but they look important.
One of the specimens in a specialized growth. Blah blah. Status information complete. Should be not what I'm looking for. Down we go. Not in use. Beta vulgaris. Yeah. Orchidacea isotria. That sounds it. Chamber A. Updated version TM and copyright Typho Labs. Nice. Growth 1. It's purple.
These
plants
don't look
here.
like any of the others in here.
Good to know.
I've taken a DNA sample from it.
You sure have.
I'll be here for hours if I start taking every...
Okay. Up the ladder we go. Should be all I need. Hopefully.
Warning, copyright breach in progress.
Excuse me?
You are not authorized to remove Orchidacea isotria samples from the growth lab. They are copyrighted property of Typho Labs GmbH. Beginning purge.
No.
Hey, my sample! What did you do?
To prevent theft of intellectual property, gene sequences in your possession have been neutralized. Have a nice day.
Gee, thanks.
Yeah, gee, thanks. Great.
It's the DNA sampler, Doctor. I need to take
Yeah. Okay, at least I still have my other sample. I don't have to go get that again. But, you little.
Wetware's not going to...
So I'm gonna have to mess around with that control panel then. Probably. Let me just see if speed. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Wetware's not going...
Yeah. Huh. So how am I gonna...
Wetware's not... These don't look like any...
Yeah. TM and copyright Typho Labs. So how do I change that?
I've taken a...
It's possible to, or even possible to change that from within here.
Oops.
Oops.
Warning, copyright.
Excuse me?
You are not. They are copyrighted.
Hey, my sample... What did you do?
To prevent.
Oh, wait.
Gee,
Hang on.
nothing happened.
So, hold up. Maybe I gotta mess with some more pipes. I can't mess with those, I guess. Let's go get a sample.
I've taken a DNA... I don't think I can fix it. Not my field. That's not going to be...
That's not gonna... I wasn't trying to fix it.
That's not... It doesn't have any DNA to sample.
Okay. Huh.
Warning.
Excuse me?
Your rear.
Hey, what did you... Gee,
Sure.
nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Hey, don't touch the valve. Who do you think Dr. Chigwa makes fix them when they burst?
All right, I won't touch them. I can't figure out what... I didn't realize that...
Seems like I'm gonna need to distract him to mess with those pipes. We'll upload this one at least. Cross-loading to audio data stream.
It worked.
Pulling into this. He's been dead for on his case. Good luck.
I'm going to need to find where he's hidden the rest of the...
Yeah.
Excuse me, Dr. Chigwa?
Make it quick. Is that all?
For now.
Then if you'll excuse me.
Yeah. Drone laser finally controlled mist over the delicate specimen.
Better not. It might tell the lab director.
Yeah.
I never thought gengineering would be so...
Dang.
All right, I won't touch them.
All right. Not really anything else in here.
As much as I love shocking things, I don't think it'll help.
You never know till you try.
That's not going to...
Yeah, what do you
I
suggest?
don't know what's in them, but they look important.
They sure do.
That's not good.
Maybe I need to talk to the intern again. See if he has any information.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
I need to remove the Orchidaceae isotria sample from the growth room. Thing is, the airlock told me it was copyrighted, then blasted me with gas.
Yeah, that one belongs to Tifel. They're way touchy about it. Only lab staff are able to remove it for factory.
Could you get the sample for me?
Hey, no way, man. I'm already on 2 strikes for taking stuff out of the lab.
So you could, but you won't.
Sorry, man. Chigwa already thinks I'm stealing stuff. There's a huge street market for things like spark fruit or cracked wetware.
Uh-huh. So you are stealing stuff.
Remind me, what was that specimen you found?
Jeez, what are you? It was a...
Oh, whoops. Okay.
Hey, the pipes in the growth lab are leaking.
Ah, you get... Again? Better go fix it before Chigwa starts yelling.
Yeah, you probably should go fix that.
I guess these pipes aren't broken.
Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo. Don't mind me.
I've taken a DNA.
What? No. Animal DNA. If you believe this is being correct, please consult your lab manager. Okay, what if I... Oh, this sounds...
I can't
kinda
inject.
messed- Okay. It sounds kind of messed up. Just thinking of injecting him with That plant's DNA.
Excuse me.
This way. If I don't fix this, Dr. Chico.
Okay, fine. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
You better not lose it.
Yeah. Thank you. Perfect. Okay. Woo!
Aha! Got some.
Got some.
According to this, he's been dead for 8 well case. Good luck.
I'm going to need to find where he's hidden the rest of the message before I get any sense.
Yeah, but I need one more. Audio recording made out of the data that Regis hid in the lab specimen's DNA. He must be paranoid. Always known Regis to be a lot more straightforward when he tries to tell people things. True.
According to this, he's been dead for
M-I-L-L.
I'm going to need.
M-I-L-L.
According to this, he's been dead
A-B-A-P-O-I.
I'm going to need.
Just quickly rate these
According to
numbers.
this, he's been dead for well case. Good luck.
I'm going to need.
Yep.
According to this, he's been dead for well case. Good luck.
I'm going to need.
According to this,
A-P.
well case. Good luck.
I'm going.
No, stop. No, stop. Ma'am, no! Go back! Crime scene! Yeah. Let's try to click down here.
According to this,
Oh, right.
well case. Good luck.
V2. Alright, so we need one more thing. Well, the initials don't spell anything out.
I'm going to need to.
How am I gonna figure out this last...
Excuse me.
Yeah?
All right.
Uh-huh.
Guess I could take a look at the other specimens down here. See if the initials happen to be anything worth checking. Beta vulgaris. There's that. Duxacinica.
They're keeping things in here because they're dangerous. Probably not what I want to be carrying.
Yeah. I don't expect anything else in here to be worth looking at.
Hey, what do you think?
All right.
Hey.
All right. All right.
Alright. Wait a minute. Do wonder, because I didn't try. What if a pipe burst, you know?
Oops.
Oops. Oops. Oopsie. My bad.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Hey, the pipes in the growth lab are leaking.
Yeah. Crazy stuff, man. You should go check it out.
According to the labels, these shouldn't be handled without protective gear.
Bah. Right.
According to
Huh.
According to the As much as I guess these pipes aren't broken. I guess
Huh.
A physical photograph.
Hang on, let me think. So ML, yeah, but A. Oh yeah, no, none of this really matches. I don't think there's even any V's around this lab. Glenn, Eduardo, Nina, no N's either. There's an M and an L that we started with, and that's kind of Max's initials here. Max Lau. AB is Adam Baxter. And then there was also an AP and an OI. No clue what this last one might be.
Regis is probably the only person I know. Hey, there's Dr. Chigwa as well.
Maybe I could show it to her.
What do you think of this?
Oh my. Is that? Goodness, it seems like such a long time ago. Project was just starting and we were all so buoyant, so keen.
I've never seen Regis looking this happy before.
He was a different man before he lost Vicky. He's always been a good one though. I still can't quite believe he'd have done this.
Yeah.
According to this, he's been dead for 12 days.
I'm going to
Oh, just to make sure.
According to this, he's been dead.
Yeah, those definitely both A's.
12 days.
I'm going to
Good luck.
Come on, talk to the doctor.
Excuse me, Doc.
Make it quick.
Have you found anything?
As a matter of fact, there was a batch of Orchidaceae isotria.
And
I can't remember exact. I do remember that it had broad and very, very. Is that all?
For now.
Then if you.
I've already got those. So what else do I need? That's AP, AS.
Apparently this.
There's the Orchidaceae isotria, and then AM. Man. And of course the intern guy gave me the Acora, whatever, Braziliana or whatever. No V's, no R's. Stromophil found on asteroids and comets. X. Already grows dangerously quickly in our atmosphere. Echo hazard. or eco-hazard. Lacks chlorophyll genes, controlling non-photosynthetic properties, being tested in other specimens. Garden pea, addition of extra nutritional components, sourced from other organisms, especially raised protein content. Salt-tolerant shrub fruit being modified as production/delivery mechanism for COX2 inhibitor analgesic. Carpet weed fruiting mechanism under modification for use as robust crop. Man, like
Nothing unusual.
What is?
There's two. We don't know precise. We can't.
That is.
Don't send.
I
Understood. I hope I can find some. Update sent.
What?
There's. We don't. We can't.
That is.
Don't send.
I
understood. I hope I.
Yeah. Me too.
Wetware's not going.
No, of course.
I can't inject. Nope. Sorry.
Nope, sorry.
As much as I.
Huh.
No answer.
Man. Just don't have any other clues to go off.
According to the labels, these shouldn't be handled without protective gear.
Where am I gonna get protective gear? Wait, could I maybe get some from the first aid kit?
Looks like a lot of cartridges.
No.
Better to have it and not need it, I guess. They've got these pipes everywhere. Nothing happened. I guess these pipes aren't. I'd better not while he's fixing that. He might fight back with his wrench. I didn't realize that gengineering would... I can't figure out what...
Man. Complete. Cyclic testing, ideal ambient temperatures for your strain. Testing epiphytic structure alterations. Huh. Yeah, I really feel like that was the one specimen that I needed from this place. But I've gotten a specimen here. Got a specimen in here, and then I also got a specimen from these racks over here.
It's a drone. That must be what they use to store and retrieve samples.
Yeah. Let's see if anything in these descriptions jumps out at me. Artificial enhancements in climate survivability. Recreational hallucinogenic. Hallucinogen, spark, i.e. spark fruit. Projects. Any project for current President Miguel San Marcos. Being brought out of extinction. Okay. Discovered recently in Amazon. Oh, yeah, but that's the one that we did need to grab. Oat. Yeah. Greater Han Republic. Weaponization, specifically targeting pollinating insects. I am stumped. At least just some plant the lab is working on. Man. Guess maybe I'll try going to Tower? Fulcrum Tower?
Dr. Lau, so good to see you again, my dear.
Yeah. A classically styled painting. Pygmalion by Simon Denver.
That's not possible. Wow, what a view. You could probably see all the way to Mombasa on a clear day. I'm glad I had my fear of heights turned off.
Turned off? Dr. Vargas's young assistant watches you keenly as though she thought you might break something if unsupervised.
I never thought the controller of centralized government would look so human.
You should have made an appointment.
Dr. Vargas, I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may.
Certainly, my dear. Anything I can do to help.
What would you describe your role here as, Dr. Vargas?
This is publicly available information, Dr. Lau.
Now, Galatea, it is a reasonable question. For the past 18 years, I've held the role of controller of centralized government. I ensure that Central, our city governance CI, is functioning within parameters.
What would you say your political function within the city is?
None at all. The elected council formulates city policy. It is merely Central's role to execute this and ensure the day-to-day well-being of the city.
And it is Dr. Vargas's role to maintain Central's operations. Surely you're already aware of this, Dr. Lau.
Just wanted to get it from the source.
Sometimes our desire to remain outside the political spectrum has led to rumors. We are not, however, the secret puppet masters behind the government of Newton.
I shouldn't count you as my boss, then.
Dr. Lau.
Heavens no, my dear. If anything, we are equals on an administrative footing. Central acts as director for both of our operations, though.
How long have you known Dr. Regis?
Since, 2067. He joined a research project of mine. He was a good man then. Very principled.
And now?
I have no doubt goodness remains. Though since joining CEL, I feel that he expresses this solely through his work.
Do you know about his garden? On Tier 42 of this building?
Ah, yes. I've been there myself a couple of times. Though I hope we can keep that between us, Dr. Lau.
What did you think of it?
It is certainly an interesting way of coping with grief. Though that it has lasted so long is perhaps cause for concern.
I'm having concerns. He says he's been to that garden before, and I'm curious if perhaps he's the one who's been stringing Regis along.
What can you tell me about this incident?
Currently not a great deal, hence why you have been tasked with this investigation. Dr. Baxter has been found murdered in his workplace, and Dr. Regis was caught entering and leaving the facility by their security infrastructure.
How about a background to the case? A history?
Baxter has been responsible for the murder of Viksha Regis.
Charles Regis's wife.
He was caught and convicted, and until recently had been serving a sentence for the crime.
I'm aware of this so far, yes.
He had recently been paroled with the Vickerman Corporation as his sponsor. I can only imagine Regis's feelings on the matter.
Violent, no doubt.
But I knew Charlie Regis, and I know what kind of man he was. Justice is his motivator, but with his background, out in the hot zones.
You worry that this might have been his idea of justice?
Precisely. That, my dear, is why I need you to investigate this case before Central jumps to any conclusions to the matter.
Uh-huh.
You mentioned Regis's wife, Viksha.
Ah, yes. Vicky. She was a student of mine in the 50s in Buenos Aires. She spent several years working for the UN in hot zones around the world. When she had finished, she was the natural choice for the project I was just commencing.
He never really spoke about her.
They were very much in love. It pains me greatly to see a man so afflicted by a loss.
She was a engineer as well?
Yes and no. She specialized in organic computing, a field perhaps more closely aligned to your own.
Though Regis has an obvious motive, can you think of anyone else who might have a reason to do this?
I shall be honest. Dr. Baxter was not an easy man to work with. There were many who disliked him in his time, though none I knew could call him his enemy.
You mentioned a project that Viksha was recruited for.
I'm afraid that's classified.
Galatea, how can we help if we block every question?
Galatea
It was
is
a
so
project
stuck
that
up.
utilized the expertise of both Viksha and Charles. Essentially, we were studying organic interfacing and large-scale computing.
Large scale, as in city coordination intelligences, like Central?
On this matter, I can answer no further.
Yeah, well, your associate already answered for me.
What was your opinion of Dr. Baxter?
As a scientist 20 years ago, he was peerless in his field.
But as a human being?
He did not take refusal well. This apparently is what led to his breakdown.
And the murder that followed that.
Precisely. I have not spoken to him personally since the trial, however. I'm afraid I couldn't enlighten you about his recent state of mind.
I examined Dr. Baxter's body at the laboratory.
What did you find?
He's been decapitated. His head smashed in.
My goodness!
I've taken initial readings, but they're proving inconclusive. Even time of death. The lab's environment is throwing the chromatographs. Once he's been moved to cell for autopsy, we should get a clearer picture of what happened. Dr. Vargas, I really need to ask. In my office, why did you cut Central's feed?
That's classified, Dr. Lau.
I'm afraid I cannot give you a complete answer on that subject. But a number of factors regarding yesterday's network attack have raised concerns, not least the timing. It may be that Central's administration has been compromised.
You believe it's linked to Baxter's murder?
What makes you say that?
You cut the camera when talking to me about it. You were concerned that whoever may have compromised Central would find out what we were discussing.
Ha! Well, I have no fear of the quality of Cell's investigative staff now.
I learned from the best. It's a fantastic view from up here.
Isn't it? That's why I choose to work from up here.
The only part higher in Fulcrum Tower is Central's operating center.
You could probably see all the way to Mombasa on a clear day. I'm certainly aware of your role in this city, Dr. Vargas. But who is your lovely assistant?
Of course, you haven't been properly introduced.
Yeah.
This is my daughter, Galatea. She fills the role of my administrative support.
I'm being groomed for succession, apparently.
Oh, don't put it like that. You make it sound so dynastic. That certainly is not what we wish to represent.
What was your field before going into politics?
I was a computer scientist and a lecturer at Buenos Aires. In the 60s, the government of Newton was looking for research administrators. It eventually transpired that this role in itself was a kind of test.
The city council was looking for suitable individuals to manage Newton's new CI.
Central?
Yes and no. It was what eventually became Central.
Dr. Vargas, have you heard of mind jacking?
Excuse me?
I'm afraid I have not, Dr. Lau. What is it?
It's the case Regis and I were working on lately. A number of individuals had their brains flash wiped by a destructive copying technique.
That sounds most appalling, Dr. Lau. Does it pertain to this case?
Not that I'm aware of, sir. It might give someone a reason to frame Regis, though. Especially if they thought that we were getting too close.
So, perhaps Regis is a victim of the attempted character assassination. To use Baxter as a means of doing so would be drastic.
Why don't you believe that Dr. Regis is responsible for Baxter's death?
I cannot say for certain that he is not Dr. Lau. I simply hold on to the hope that he is not.
Uh-huh.
While I was speaking to Dr. Chigwa, she told me about Central. Apparently both Charlie and Victor Regis were involved in its creation?
Dr. Lau, that's classified.
I believe we can trust her, Galatea.
Yeah,
Indeed,
Galatea.
I brought Viksha onto the project at its inception. She recommended Charlie. They were not married at this stage.
This is unbelievable. He doesn't exactly have a high regard for Central.
I suppose I can sympathize. It is an unhappy association for him. Yet he will not allow himself the glorious reputation and history he deserves as one of those who created Central, an AI like none before.
Thank you, Dr. Vargas. You've been most helpful.
Anything I can do?
Actually,
Dr. Vargas?
Certainly, ma'am.
guess I will
My
ask.
investigation has brought up an interest. It appears that while he was at the lab, Regis took the time to alter some of the specimens there.
Really? That is most peculiar.
Even more so, he appears to have hidden a quaternary data string in the genomes of these subjects.
What does the data contain?
An audio-visual message, but it's still fragmented. I believe that Regis was trying to leave a message directed at myself, regarding what happened.
This is a remarkable find, Dr. Lau. Please, continue your work. This may clear up what really happened in that laboratory.
Thank you, Dr. Vargas. You've been most helpful.
Anything I can do.
You should have made an appointment.
That's all you have to say, huh?
I can't inject. I can't
Are you sure I can't
I
inject
can't
that?
inject.
Error.
It doesn't have an...
Right. All right. Whoops, no, not full tower. Hey guys,
Dr. Lau.
yeah, goodbye. Gotta go to the crime scene. Gotta find that last specimen. I don't know what it could be. Is he really not gonna leave this place until...
You better not leave.
Oh boy. Guess I kind of want to talk to him, see if he maybe has something new to talk about. Probably not.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
Well,
Remind me what?
Jeez, it was a Cordyceps Braziliera. Jeez, it was a Cordyceps Brasileira.
Chorus.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Definitely A, B.
Excuse me.
Make it quick.
Have you found...
As a matter, there was a batch of Orchidacea
And?
Can't remember. I do remember that it had blue, broad leaves and very, very... Is that all?
For now.
Then if you'll...
I already got those two. I got the one that he talked about. So where's the hint for the last one? Seriously.
A physical photograph.
That's the team. Nina, Adam, Eduardo, Gwen, Vicky, Charlie.
Regis? Hey.
Just check something. that starts at N. I don't know. Maybe Nina? Who knows?
I've taken a DNA. It doesn't have a...
Yeah. I've taken a DNA sample from it. You sure have. My only other thought is maybe the production line, but I don't have protective equipment to handle them with, so.
Looks like Regis didn't hide any data in that.
Oh boy. Gosh dang it.
Nope, sorry.
Nope, sorry. Is there anything that I can wetware?
I'd better not. Wetware's not... Wetware's not... Wetware...
Dang.
Alright. Wetware's... Wetware's...
I used wetware to get in here, so that I have used it. I just... Ah.
It's only compatible with the sampler tool. Nothing happened.
I saw something that said UV something. Yeah, UV lighting. Stare into the UV lighting. Unsurprisingly, it makes your eyes hurt.
Apparently not. That's not the procedure. Nope, sorry.
It's okay.
Wetware's not... It doesn't... I can't inject... Nope, sorry.
Ow! What the hell, man?
Sorry, just testing a theory.
What?
Excuse me.
Yeah?
All right.
Just testing a theory. Zap, zap.
As much as I love shocking things, I
don't think it'll help.
As much as I...
Okay. Man.
A physical...
Gah.
Regis? Hey.
No. Is there APH? Man. AM.
Apparently this lab is spread out over 2 levels.
Yeah. Gosh dang, man. What do you want from me? I'm gonna look it up because this is ridiculous. Running out of time. Search for plant that fits your description. Got that one. Yeah. Sneester. Where are the rail trying to bring you a sample of? Apparently I need an alien specimen, I just need to pick it up. Don't know why. Needs to grow a bit.
The biohazard trefoil on these isn't encouraging.
Yeah.
What is this stuff? Better trance up some data on it.
Xenoporins tizardi, one of the only known examples of extraterrestrial life, X. Tizardi was first discovered on Tizard's comet in 2055 by the ART-3 survey probe mission. Similar in many respects to terrestrial fungi, this is believed by some to be an example of convergent evolution, and panspermia by others. In any case, its extremely rapid growth in Earth's atmosphere poses severe ecological risks. While it is highly sought after for study, samples are closely controlled, posing an obstacle to research. To prevent accidental germination, this organism is stored as a growth matrix, growing only in carefully controlled laboratory environments. This helps to reduce the risk of what some have termed the most mundane alien invasion imaginable. Right.
It won't take a DNA sample from the growth matrix. Maybe it needs a bigger specimen?
Maybe. Pick up that one, yep. Alien specimen growth matrix in there. still don't know how I was supposed to figure out that I needed this growth matrix.
I'd better not. If I start taking every single specimen, I'll be here for days.
Huh? Just told you to go through the door.
There, I've planted the growth matrix. Let's hope I got Mom's green fingers.
Yeah. Now it had said... Oh. Pretty sure it said that it was just empty before. Oh boy!
I've taken a DNA sample from it. I
Yeah, you
hope
sure
it doesn't grow in my pocket. I'd better not touch it with my bare hands. I've tranced too many horror sims that start that way.
Uh-huh. Yes, we'll just leave it here. I'm sure it'll be fine. No problems here. We're a great agent, aren't we? Just a wonderful cell agent.
Yes!
Here we go.
Lau, if you're listening to this, well, it means they've got me.
Oh no, Regis, no, no, no!
But Lau, ignore anything left in the recording up to this point.
Huh?
Sorry for being so unhelpful with the message, but I had to be sure you were the one who heard it first. Everyone will be saying that I came to the lab to, well, for Baxter, and they might be right. Except that he's been dead since before I got here.
Yes!
We need to touch bases on this case. Meet me where we were both first involved in a case. I'll try to explain when you get here. Good luck.
Oh, thank God. You've got some explaining to do, Regis.
Yeah. Oh boy. You.
What the hell did you think you were doing? We need her alive.
I saw an opportunity for striking back at Regis, a kind of poetic justice.
At Regis? You've never even met the man.
Yes, but I...
You haven't offloaded Baxter yet, have you? Look, there might just be a use for your newfound vendetta. The tap on his partner was successful. She found where Regis is hiding. He's an unfactored element. Now, he needs to be removed from the equation.
Don't worry. I'll kill him myself if it comes to it.
There's only so much of the city's resources that can be diverted to this. Find him, finish him, then return for offloading. Remember, I'm your controller, not Baxter.
Don't be so sure.
So he's taken...
So I got out. I managed to find somewhere to lie low, but I know what
Baxter's.
Central's capable of. You can only hide from it for so long. Lau had better find that message before an aerostat comes this way. What the hell? What the hell is this?
Thermal bottle.
The bottle is some kind of thermal container, about half full of thick liquid. The words, "Drink me," are stenciled on the side. Down the hatch.
Oh, why not?
Wonder
Glug,
what that
glug.
did.
Hear me?
Hello? Who's there?
Charlie, can you hear me?
Barely. I can't see you. Where are you?
In your head.
That bottle I drank. That's what did this?
Exactly. You ingested a wetware builder node colony. They were programmed to construct a transceiver in the small bones of your inner ear.
It's not permanent, is it?
No, it'll break itself down in a couple of weeks. You have bigger problems at the moment, though.
How do I know you're not trying to lead me into a trap?
Good old Charlie. Cynical as usual. I obviously know where you are already, don't I? I'm on your side, but there's a strike team about to storm the building who aren't.
Damn, they found me?
The sewer access on the factory floor hasn't been secured. It's your best chance for an escape route.
If what you're saying's true, I'm about to be outnumbered and outgunned.
Don't worry, you're probably one of the few people I know who's smart enough to get out of something like this.
Do you know me?
You could say that. Come on, get moving.
I guess some things you just have to store physically.
Yeah. This part of town is full of disused factories, abandoned after an environmental catastrophe a decade earlier. While Cell technically has a mandate to keep it safe, the expense of doing so means that it rarely gets patrolled.
Someone managed to get this through the window. They must have one hell of a pitching arm. It's the fire safety system. Probably hasn't been used in years. One of the city's custodial drones. Someone must have hacked it and directed it up here. Lousy kids can't even do their own graffiti anymore without a bot's help. Must have been a decorator.
Pink cartridge, sure.
There's a canister of water-soluble fire suppressant loaded into the system. There's a canister...
Okay.
Huh. It fits.
Just let some paint in there, why not?
A battered door. It's got the former occupant's name stenciled on it.
Wait!
What is it?
Cobalt Actual, this is Cobalt 3. Dynamic entry complete. Second floor hallway secure. Going dark and starting patrol. Out.
Adaptive camouflage? How am I supposed to get past them when I can't even see them?
I'll see if I can breach their systems. For now, you're going to have to think your way past.
This room is protected against fire by the suppression system. You wonder if it still works after so long. Gotta find a way to set it off.
I can't reach it from... I wonder if it even... A big old jolt's not gonna make it work.
Yes, it is! What? Can't think of anywhere that the painting would go well, even if it hadn't suffered from a decade of neglect. Painting of a glowing pyramid hanging over a city, despite the other decoration that the walls of this office has acquired, this picture remains unvandalized.
I can't call Lau. Cell would immediately know where I'm hiding.
Yeah. News. Don't have anything.
They're just the sprinklers. The fire sensor must be somewhere else.
So how do I... No, that's not how sprinkler systems work.
Looks like the red paint canister was compatible.
Yeah, so use it.
The system only takes fluid. It's not going to be compatible.
Oh boy. That's how you're gonna be, huh?
An old office terminal. I'm kind of surprised nobody's stolen it yet.
Here we go. Yeah, like, do you not understand how sprinkler systems work? Heat causes them to go off, start sprinklering. Let's see here. Mohammed Al-Fadil. Which Zift decided it'd be a good idea to run water pipes over a million quanta industrial laser? I fixed the leak in the locker room's pipes. But don't charge the capacitor banks unless you feel like being cooked. Isn't so? Charge the capacitor banks. Locker room. I guess you're right. Since there isn't anyone changing out of hazard gear anymore, nobody else will be using the locker room. It's going to be one of a working weekend. I'll put the stuff in locker 6. Code's 381. Okay. $381, you say? Mechanization. Dear Mr. Hart, while it is clear there are doubts about the firm's policy of mechanization as a means of remaining competitive, it is unhelpful to suggest to employees that they are building their own replacements. Please refrain from such comments in future. Emergency notice.
Emergency notice. An evacuation is currently underway. By order of centralized government, please proceed to designated shelter sites. If you have been affected, burns/NBC contamination, please contact your nearest cell representative.
But there's no control for the fire system? Ah, power control. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, okay, interesting. Connected to device. Person system startup can now be enabled.
Looks like I can control the factory's power from my traveler now.
Cool, cool, cool. So now I can go. It's just the laser startup. Huh. Wait, what if I changed up the... Oh wait, no, that just starts it. It doesn't change any of the settings. I'm wondering if, like, what if I did this? No charge flow routes found. So they all have to be in the ready position. Okay. Never mind then.
Looks like this guy had a place to keep his vices at work.
Cigarette lighter, there we go. What if you climbed up on the desk or something like? There you go.
Cobalt 3, camouflage compromised.
Will this do anything now, or? No. No sprinklers down there. Okay.
One down.
However many left to go. Don't count on taking them all on, though.
Yeah.
He's not dead, but he's gonna wake up with one hell of a headache.
Yo.
Low velocity, jacketed hollow point. They came prepared for a soft target.
Picked up submachine gun.
The way out. That's the way out to the stairwell.
Let's see, locker room. Yeah, lockers. Whoops. 3, 8, 1.
Apparently, it's not just cleaning supplies they kept in here. This is some pricey liquor.
Whiskey and polish.
Lockers. Whatever they did here, it apparently needed specialized gear.
Yeah.
I haven't got the gear to fix it, or open it up. Looks like the beginnings of a fine hole in the floor. There's a little light coming through it, and I can hear voices.
No.
I needed that.
I needed that.
It's powerful stuff, but it won't do anything useful there.
Yes, it will. What are you talking about?
A metal polish from the cleaning supplies. It's been here for over a decade, but it doesn't seem to have dried out. I can't get it. This stuff will be flammable, but it won't burn in the bottle like this.
Yeah, I know. Need some cloth for it. Right.
There's nothing in here.
What is it?
I wonder if anything's made a nest in there since they stopped using this place.
Wait, maybe I can put down the drain.
That won't fit.
Pour it, not... Man. Charlie? You're not very bright, are you?
He's keeping watch over the factory floor.
Interesting. Hello?
Target sighted.
Okay, or maybe that didn't happen.
It won't fire for me. It's a locked signature weapon.
So why do I have it?
I can't get it cleaner.
I can't get it cleaner.
I think they call that a dynamic entry.
Dynamic entry.
I don't think I can climb back out of there.
Huh.
It won't fire for me.
I know, I meant like bashing it. Unga bunga.
Burning it. I can't get it. That won't. Ah!
Aha. There we go. That ought to work, right? No? Huh.
They've probably become even rustier because of all the water. I can't get it clean. It won't fire. It's powerful. Burning it. They've probably... It's rusted stuff.
Well...
There's nothing in here. I wonder if anything's made a nest in there. That won't. That won't. That won't. That won't fit. A big old jolt's not...
Huh. Okay, what if I leave and come back? Or maybe just leave, and then... Huh? Huh.
Nothing else in here.
What about a file cabinet?
The rest of it's decade-old paper.
Yeah. Just some emails. Huh. Oh,
Whatever's
great.
in there, there's apparently 4 gross of them, whatever that means. The wood's old, but I still can't get...
Bash it in.
That's one way of getting it open.
Yeah.
It's empty except for all the packing material.
Picked up packing material.
There's nothing but packing material in here. Whatever's in there.
What if... Oh wait, no.
Huh. This takes me back.
What if I put this in the drain?
I've stuffed the drain.
Haha. And that'll get to the crack. There we go. So now... and then...
What a waste of good whiskey.
Listen, it'll keep you alive. Low level. Optics lab. His layer of combat gear makes it difficult to tell whether he survived the electrocution, but he certainly won't be getting in your way.
It's an industrial cutting laser. Looks like they had a little misfire.
Danger, unsafe. Why not? Judging by the frequency and nature of the warnings around the room, this machinery must have been exceptionally hazardous to the human eye. Yeah. Okay. Maybe did something. Don't tell me I have to time it. Whoa.
There ain't much cover between me and him.
Yeah. No!
There
It's
ain't
totally
much cover
possible.
between.
It's totally possible. Just gotta be a little more careful. Ooh, okay. Control ready. So how do I control it? Okay, sure. But I think that just means that I can now control this robot arm. And I need to get it to hold something in front of the laser, I bet. Okay, special warnings, industrial laser.
It's a long way down. I need to find a better way out than.
I need to find a better way out than that, bro.
Okay, you're on the factory floor. There's an emergency access route to the sewers in the corner of the north wall.
Sure, except it's locked.
What? This can't be right.
Yep, big padlock and everything. Any other ideas?
I'm afraid not. The crisis team's got the factory surrounded. That's your only route out.
Guess I need to find a way to get the lock off.
Yep, and I'm gonna have to position this with polish.
The claws are jammed too close together to hold it.
Bro. Well.
Stuff it with packing? Nah.
No.
It won't fight. The claws are jammed. The claws are jammed.
Bro.
This is where synthetics are born. Whatever this is, building a synth apparently takes a lot of them.
Metal disc, which I then
That's
polished.
brightened it up.
And then I put that in the robot arm. There we go. And then... laser. Yeah.
I'd better not be walking into an ambush.
I haven't let you down yet, have I?
Regis!
It's good to see you in the flesh as well, Lau.
What do you mean, in the flesh?
You weren't the one sending messages through a transceiver in my head?
No, she wasn't.
No, I wasn't.
You thought I was her?
Well, it seemed like that.
Seemed like what? Who are you talking to?
Never mind. You found my message in the DNA.
Eventually. You could have been a little less abstruse.
Yeah. I had to make sure you'd be the one to find it. Plus, if someone else did manage to get into it...
They'd probably think you meant to meet up where our first case was, rather than where you caught me the first time.
Looks like they found me anyway.
There's why. Looks like she downloaded an interceptor. Even I can see the signal coming off it.
Max, the voices say you've been bugged.
What? Wait a second. Nuke an interceptor.
Can you disable it?
Easily, now that I know it's there. Okay, it's isolated.
I can confirm that. They won't be tracking her any further.
I have no idea when it started writing me. Must have been while I was investigating the murder at the plant lab.
It wasn't me, Max.
I know, Regis. I didn't think it was, but
But
you're the only person I can think of who would have wanted him dead. And frankly, I don't think anyone would have blamed you after what he did. But after what you tried to do with the bomber last night,
what about it?
you tried to save his life, even though he'd come here intending to murder as many as he could.
It was the right thing to do.
I've worked with you long enough to know how you work, Regis. What Baxter did didn't drive you to revenge. It's motivated you to try and make the world a better place.
Thank you for your opinion, Max. You're probably thinking more clearly than I am right now. What do you think we ought to do next?
I guess turn yourself in isn't an option.
No.
Well, we need to see if we can find out who really did kill Baxter.
And why they've sent a strike team to hunt me down.
If I might interrupt your happy reunion, I believe I may be able to help.
You can? How?
The voices again?
My organization is aware of links between this attack and Dr. Baxter's murder.
What? How?
I believe we must discuss this somewhere more secure. 1181 Shenley Boulevard, Southeast Network, 16th floor. Come around the back.
Wait, how do we know we aren't just walking into an ambush? Can we trust you?
Well, Charlie, I have just saved your life. Plus, we have information to put you on the right track.
All right, we'll come.
Leave Dr. Lau. Come alone.
No.
Pardon?
Lau comes too. She's the only one I know I can trust right now.
Aw.
Very well. See you soon, Charlie.
No, Lau's coming with me.
Wow.
24
looks like
years
Vargas
earlier.
pulled together quite a team.
Yep. Oh, look. It's us, his wife. Well, that will have to be it for today. Oh, the plot thickens, huh? We got, I assume, the mindjacker who mindjacked Baxter and is now kind of following Baxter's whole deal, trying to screw with Charlie Regis, and then got Charlie Regis trying to protect his embryo children, and then also trying to figure out who murdered Baxter and solve the mindjacker case. And then we've got his partner Lau, who's trying to help him. And then we've got Sesame, who's she was just locked in her apartment all of a sudden, and then explosion, and then she gets taken into the police station, locked in there, and then she's all like, yo, that policeman planted a bomb in my apartment. I can't trust that man. I gotta get out of here. And then escapes the police station. And now we're seeing what happened 24 years ago. Woo! But also, man, I gotta wonder what clue there could have been for that alien mushroom. That alien fungus, like what? I wonder if maybe the empty containment thing back there, maybe that had a clue that I just glanced over and didn't pay too close attention to because it said it was empty. I don't know. But it sure stumped me. Anyways. Very interesting game so far. We'll have to pick this up again on Wednesday. And then on Saturday, we'll be playing more Final Fantasy XIV. Doing good there. Making progress. Having fun. Yeah. That will have to be it for today. And I'll see you next mission. Bye-bye.